Hello and welcome to Wildin Out, THL's Wild Show. My name is ItsMeMikeV, along with NHL NJ Fan 1, memnarch, and our guest for this week, Duwin. How are you guys doing? Hey, how you guys doing, Duwin?
Hey, doing good. How's it going?
Hey, you're doing good. Oh my god, puns.
Yeah.
Not a good way to start the show. Seriously though, how's everybody doing?
I
Uh,
am doing all right as well.
Okay.
I am doing as good as I can for 3 a.m. here, but it's okay.
Oof, still 3 a.m. in Sweden.
Yeah, this week and next week. And then
Yeah,
things will get back to a little
I'm
bit
pretty
more
sure
normal.
it's gonna be 3
yeah,
a.m. in Sweden at this time forever, though.
that makes
Actually, it's
sense.
not because they do observe daylight savings.
Oh,
Okay,
So,
half the year it won't be.
yeah. So,
Huh?
what have you guys been playing recently?
Dune, you want to start being
Yeah.
the guest?
Um, so I've been playing a lot of non-hunter. I've started streaming actually recently too. So I've been wanting to show like all kinds of different decks for a while. But I've been playing a lot of hunter because, well, I guess it's 50-50 instead of like 95-5, like where I just play like 95% hunter and then 5% anything else. I've been playing it more like 50-50. But I've been playing. I actually like druid a lot, like taunt druids and things because they can out armor the priests and like grind. They can out armor some of the aggro decks, like Kingsman Rogue and Odd Rogue and like the Bomb Warriors and things. Um, I've been playing a lot of LPG Mage because I like one cost stuff with Battlecry and replaying it and bouncing back and just it's just so much fun to me. And like how that can just filter through the cards. This was one of the most fun decks I think. Uh, and just been playing a lot of like just fun hunter lists, Reno lists, like beast lists, and just various hunter lists. So yeah,
Awesome. Yeah. Memnarch?
all right. I've been mainly playing super secret J Druid list that I can't tell you guys about,
Oh God.
but yeah, yeah. Like we've been definitely like ever since the initial ones that we all played, we were making some changes to it because we played a bit more of it. I think it's very good. Well, it's just that it has a tough time. Well, if you ban Dark Lair, it's like amazing because the people usually just bring like decks that lose to it because they keep forgetting that it exists.
Gotcha. Yeah, I noticed everyone in Power Creeps brought Druid this week. We'll talk
Mhm.
about that more later. NHL?
Yeah. I have actually also been testing a super secret Jade Druid list with Memnarch, and we've been tinkering around a bit, giving it some adjustments. It's almost ready to share a bit more of, but it's been fun.
Awesome. Yeah, so for me, I think everyone on my hero and legacy team from the constant barrage of pictures know that I constantly play Pokemon Go. That's not part of this game though. For Hearthstone, I've been practicing my decks for the matches. Like for a while, I was playing Bomb Warrior, Reno Priest. I played a lot of Kingsbane Rogue. Nothing like super interesting, to be honest. Like I'm just trying to perfect my game. Like I wish I had something like super fun to talk about, but I'm just trying to stay sharp. So yeah, catching Pokemon. But all right, you guys want to talk about week one?
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
You guys want to start with the blue conference then?
Let's start with green. Or do you have blue first?
oh,
Load it up first.
Can you go with any you want?
Let's do green.
All right.
all right.
First up, F2O Viridian versus the Diamond Club.
All right, F2O Viridian versus the Diamond Club. So this is going to be a tough matchup no matter what. We've already talked about the Diamond Club. Um, I hate to keep drilling in the point of, they only have one person who reached legend. But, F2O Viridian is you know, seasoned team. You have Itachi, who's just a veteran of THL, and Rotted Zombie, MartyB, both. Temple Storm writers. You just got Neji Boston, who went like 7-1 last season. You have a good team here, and the Diamond Club. We predicted this, almost sweep, um, and it happened. Um, we I want to see Diamond Club do good, but it was going to be tough for them. And this coming week, they're playing Power Creeps, so I don't think things are going to get much better. But this matchup, it was 18-7. They put up 7 points. It's fantastic. I know, four of them brought Warlock. Obviously, everyone on F12 Viridian brought Warlock, and Priest, which is just the way to go right now. And four of them Rogue. You're seeing all the meta decks being brought. Diamond Club kind of brought a mix of decks. I mean, not there's some Priest and Warlock, but I don't know. From what I heard, some of them didn't seem to have complete collections. I don't know. I'm just interested to see how it's gonna go. We'll see. I want the best for them, but yeah, this was a tough match, and F12 Viridian won. So that's all really to say.
Yeah. So we had one more match in this conference this week. That was Power Crease versus Seas of Cheese. This one looks a bit closer.
Yeah, this was tough. This was a lot closer than we called it. I think we called the full sweep on this, and Seas of Cheese put up a really good fight. I think we all picked Jonah, Rami, and Jack to win, and they did. I think we all picked memnarch too, and memnarch, obviously. Hey, memnarch, but still, I mean, they put up a fight, 16-3. Interesting enough, Power Creeps all brought the same lineup. I actually casted Schoolstone on Sunday, and we got to see Pasca's lineup. The Drew deck was really interesting. The Warlock was banned, so we didn't get to see the Warlock, but it was an interesting lineup. Seas of Cheese bringing a good meta, Druid Priest. Priest Rogue, Warlock. I mean, you're just seeing the same decks on both sides, same as last matchup. We're gonna see this in every matchup, I think, this week, until the meta kind of shakes out, until people can see their opponents' last week's classes and they can start to counter them. We're just gonna see, Priest, Warlock, Rogue, Druid, Warrior. Like that's gonna be the mix of most matchups. You might see some Mage, but other than that, it's gonna be the most of what we're gonna see. And it's not surprising to see mostly Warlock bans. So, and obviously, you have 4 out of 5 Warlock bans for CC Cheese. That seemed to work out for them. But I mean, 16-13. I still consider that a victory for CC Cheese. So yeah, that's what we got for the Green Conference.
All right. Given that, which conference are we going to hit up next? We got blue and brown.
Let's go to
I think
brown.
Brown has the biggest upset.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go straight to brown. First up, we have Simp versus Haddleship.
Wow, I don't think any of us predicted this.
Yeah, this is
No, this is crazy.
Crazy. Yeah, that's a good way. It's wild, I should say.
Hey.
Yeah, like I think we predicted that Battleship would just take this by a lot. Instead, that was not the case. Like Ridiculous Hat and Corvette were the only ones to win for Battleship, and I don't think that. Let's see here. Yeah, Battleship didn't lose a game last season, or a match or a series, I should say, if I remember correctly.
No.
And here they are starting off a season with the loss. Like, I don't know what this. I didn't see any of the matches, but like they cannot be too happy about this one.
Not at all.
Like
No.
the defending champions. Actually, the defending champions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that just goes to show that Simp is much better than we thought they were going to be. Like they're definitely rose the power rankings, so to speak, because of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
do want to bring up.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I do want to bring up. Normally, Rainy Days plays in Tilflit's slot, but I know he's been having iPad problems apparently. So Tilflit took the spot this week. And Agent PWE is saying that he's probably going to be subbed again this week, but hopefully it won't be a permanent one. So something to keep in mind for the next few weeks.
I also wanted to say that we wanted to mention voting for Player of the Week for Wild. We usually don't get a lot of votes for Player of the Week for Wild, and we'd like to encourage that. And I'm saying that with Skittles' name on the screen because Bill Snyder went undefeated last season. And Skittles, I mean, we all picked Bill Snyder to win. And Skittles here upset Bill Snyder. That's incredible. And not that incredible. Skittles is a very skilled player. I mean, I'm not saying it's, that crazy. But still, I mean, I think, that 14-13 win, Skittles definitely contributed to that. And, definitely vote for Player of the Week.
All right. So next up, we had a Noyo team versus Board Space Invaders. This was another upset.
I think, again, we all predicted Board Space Invaders to win this.
I did not.
All of us. Oh, you didn't?
No. I picked my team to win.
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right. So most of us predicted that Board Space Invaders is going to take this, and they didn't. Like, their team looks star-studded too. Like, all of them are very high legend players, but they just couldn't get past the annoying taunts if the annoying team fielded. Like Mike V, you won your match 3-1.
Yep.
You
say that like you're surprised.
Oh yeah. I mean, you didn't have confidence in yourself, like going into it until I said like I'm voting like you to 3-0 to him, but you only 3-1'd him.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but yeah, like this is definitely makes Brown Conference's power rankings not set. Like they definitely were. Like we thought they were set in stone, but now like since this happened, they're not. Like this basically flips the power rankings so practically.
Yeah, this is looking like the most competitive conference, I'd say.
Yeah.
With the highest parity.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Like all the players seem to be equal levels, I should say, which makes it harder. I mean, there's not going to be like a blowout in Brown Conference, right?
No.
Like it's always going to come down to like a 3-2 or a 2.
Yeah.
Like this is definitely going to be like very interesting in the weeks to come. Like seeing how the teams rise and fall. Like I don't know what to predict anymore for them. Like I'm actually flipping coins.
Yeah. I mean, I hate to say it, but like there's, you
Oh, yeah,
know,
that's my bad.
there's no Diamond Club in the Brown Conference. It's so terrible. But there's no. All the teams are like top. You'll see the power rankings. All the teams are, top half. We don't have any. They're all.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll get to that later.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
see. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think we can tell anything just yet. Cause,
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just give it
We-
another week or two, and then we can finally start seeing where things are landing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta stop beating up on the Diamond Club, man.
Yeah. So on to
Hey.
Blue Conference.
They had a really rough start, but like, think they can come back.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. I want them to.
We will see. So, Blue Conference then.
Yeah.
So, this one's interesting. We have Bash Brothers versus Nuke the Waygate. Black Swan actually DQ'd and missed the deck submission deadline this week. So, Zeroshio took a 3-0 DQ win. Duwin, you want to cover this?
Was
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so Zeroshio played a perfect game. Perfect mulligans, everything. Got 1-0 right there. But no, yeah, so this one, this one's kind of a blowout, 18-7. Like, it was 4-1. But what decks did they bring? I'm gonna pull it up really quick. So we got a couple interesting decks too. Jailstorm brought Jade Druid, Nod Paladin, which I just didn't see a lot of those in the other lineups.
God Paladin's sleeper, I think.
What's that?
God Paladin's actually deceptively good right now.
It is.
Because, like, the reason it's not being played is because it gets, like, slaughtered by Reno Priest. And does it's not that terrible in the Dark Lair, but it's definitely unfavored.
Yeah.
It's just that everything that's trying to beat up on those decks, like the top two, Odd Paladin has a really good shot. It's like the Even Shaman. Even Shaman's extremely strong, just gets murdered really hard by Reno Priest, so it basically disappeared. Like,
Yeah.
the meta does not, like, the meta on ladder does not necessarily dictate what's going to be played in Conquest because of the ban. Like ladder rankings are only good for, like, deck lists, I think, or not even, like, how their relationship in the meta for Conquest is so different. Like, I found this out a long time ago when I started playing Reno Priest, and how nobody could beat it. And I think this was like 2 years ago. Like, back when Rasa had the hero power to 1. I brought Reno Priest in all my lineups, and everyone, people were not expecting it. Like, they just got smashed because they didn't realize, like, you could bring that deck. And I'm waiting to find the deck that no one expects for Conquest, and Odd Paladin might be it. We don't know. We'll have to see in the coming weeks.
Yeah.
It looks like that. So, as far as lineup goes, Reverb brought, I think, like, your typical lineup, and actually a lot of them did where it comes like Dark Lair, War Priest, Kingsbane. I feel like those are like 3 go-tos that most people should be thinking about or be thinking about playing against. And it looks like a lot of them, I'm not sure in Waygate, a lot of them brought Dark Lair, War Priest. So we've got Kavra, Rice Bowl, and Silver Fox all brought. Oh, I guess Kavra brought Malgus Druid, which is pretty cool too. And then we got a lot of quests, a lot of secret mages on Bash Brothers. So I don't know if they didn't ban Dark Lair, maybe banned Real Priest, and decided to try to counter the Dark Lairs with the Secret Mage. But it worked out for them, and they got the win there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next up, we had Patches Payback versus the Cult Wild. We expected Patches to meme a bit, and the Cult Wild seemed a bit top heavy, but it doesn't seem like that was entirely the case this week.
Oh, hey, Brushy won. I said he would win.
This was really close.
I ordered him to practically to win.
Yeah, he went for a quick sweep.
Yeah.
I can actually talk about that match, and so can Mike, because we casted that. We actually missed the first game because DuoCat made the mistake of queuing up his Paladin, which was banned.
Unlucky.
So no one got to see that. And 20 minutes later, Brushy had a sweep.
Yeah, that was
Oh god, that's
that was
brutal. Actually,
it was a good matchup. I thought we missed the Paladin matchup. That was not well. There wasn't supposed to be a Paladin matchup, but we didn't see any Warlock the entire match. We got to see Turtle Mage, which was a good show. DuoCat played it really well. That was
No, Duocat didn't bring Turtle Mage, I think.
Oh no! I'm thinking of
You're thinking,
Pasca. No, no,
you're thinking of
yeah. That was the
Scritch.
second match. Yeah, Scritch and Pasca. My bad.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was Yeah, I'm sorry. That was the second match.
All good. Duocat brought Secret Mage.
Secret Mage. Yeah, Secret Mage. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Duwin, what do you
got
think
this
about the rest of this?
Kingsbang Rogue and it was Kingsbang Rogue and Kingsbang Rogue, and yeah, I mean it was a good match. It was quick though. Honestly, it was a awkward. Duocat missed a lethal with Mage. That blew my mind. I don't know if he went back and watched the video because he like basically conceded with lethal on board. I would be kicking myself about that.
Yeah.
But
So, Duwin, what do you
yeah,
think of the rest of these matchups?
Well, so yeah, so really close. We have here. We actually have look at the decks that they brought right now. So yeah, Patches bringing 2 aggro druids. Actually 3 aggro druids. That team. And a Malagos druid. So everybody brought a druid. Looks like no, I guess no, Mike did not. No, sir. Look at the right team. Oh, there it is. There it is. No, so 4 of them people brought druid, 2 aggro druids, 3 aggro druids. So I haven't They must have banned priest then, I'm assuming. And we're trying to bank on the dark lair as
Yeah.
aggro druid. I don't necessarily know how good of a counter aggro druid is to dark lair, but it seemed to work out for them a little bit because they had the 13-12. So
Yeah.
yeah, awesome.
Yeah. So I think that covers everything in terms of
Yeah.
last week's matchups. Should we move on to power rankings then?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes. So these are very tentative. Take them with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I mean we're talking
No.
about 2 weeks or 1 week
No,
worth of power. Go ahead.
I think everyone got the top team right though. Like I don't think that's debatable at all.
Yeah. All right, so you guys want to talk about why we ranked, teams where? We don't have to talk about every team, but memnarch, you want to start?
Yeah. I put my team first because I'll never not. Like, I mean, we're just that good. Like, everyone's basically just vying for second place. Like, I hate to be the bearer of bad news to everyone else, but like, it's the truth. And I say this as kindly as possible and most humble way.
Oh Lord.
All right. Anyway,
Yeah.
all right. F12 like I think the thing that's the most startling is how we all put Hellship much lower than they were before. Like a lot of us put them as number 2 last time.
Yeah. Mike
Or-
still has him at number 2.
Yeah. I have faith.
Yeah, but I think that Viridian and Fanatics are definitely very strong. Like in compare, like I think. Wait, which one of those 2 teams didn't play, right?
You said between
3.
Fanatics.
So THL Fanatics didn't play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caverns Below didn't play, and the Grimscale Gang didn't play.
Yeah.
So for the most part, we kept those in the same spots.
Yeah.
the other team's number 1. I've been number 2. I think we have I think we're really good. Once MTG Squirrels, we start getting him to get some more wins. I think we got a really solid team.
Yeah.
We picked up Slate, and Slate's a great player. We picked up Mike V, and Mike's a great player. And Man at Arms is good. MTG Squirrel's good, and I do my own thing, whatever.
Yeah, so I do want to say, It looks like the strengths of conferences are pretty much showing here
Yeah,
on the power rankings. You have the Green Conference and the Brown Conference pretty close, I'd say.
yeah.
Green Conference has maybe the slight edge right now.
Well, I do want to say the Green Conference is it's very split.
Yeah.
You have these, top three teams, and then these bottom two. I mean, it's it's startling to see. It's going to be very difficult for C's Cheese Diamond Club to compete. And the Brown Conference, like I was saying earlier, they're all in the top half of uh, the power rankings for everybody. Um, and the Blue Conference, some of these teams can climb their way up. Like Grimscale Gang didn't play, so we're gonna see what they can do. Their ranking, like you said, is tentative. Um, for my power rankings, I have Battleship at number 2. I think one loss. They were undefeated last season. They're defending champs. They're in my conference. We're playing them this week, and I still think they're a good team. I think another team is my team, but I think we're great. Um, Marty, I think your team's great too. I think you guys are a solid team. I just couldn't fit you any higher.
Mm-mm-mm.
Wild THL Fanatics, I don't know. I have to see what they can do because I think I don't want to say they're overrated, but I haven't seen them play yet, and it's hard to put them in the top 3 with what's going on right now with Power Creeps, Hattleship. You
Man, you're gonna
know,
lower them
um,
as the runner-ups last year?
well, that's why I say I don't want. I'm not saying they're overrated. I'm just saying that with Power Creeps the way they are, Hattleship with F12 Viridian. I mean, with my team, it's tough the top is really tight. I mean, the competition when these teams expanded to 5 players, some of these teams picked up amazing players. You know what I mean? I mean, another team picked up this guy in the 5 seed.
Hmm.
Um, yeah,
I heard he's a
no,
scrub.
yeah, no, but Simp with that win over Hattleship, I mean, that knocked them up pretty high. Um, I think it's Patch's Payback. I think can do some work in the Blue Conference. I think last season they had a really rough season, but I think they showed some. I think they showed some heart this week. Like I think they're a tough team. I think they're going to do good. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to see about that then.
Yeah.
So, the one thing I do
All
want to mention though, Blue Conference being so low, um, we didn't rank them low initially, but it seems like Bash Brothers is proving to be a very strong contender. I also want to toss in Grimscale Gang as a sleeper, possibly one of the better teams in the Wild Series this season. They haven't played a week yet because they had a bye in the first week, but they picked up a new player, White Delight, and don't sleep on him. He's probably the single best player in that conference right now.
A white
Yeah.
light.
Yeah.
Oh, they picked that white light. Oh, he's really good.
Yeah, I'm
He's
pretty
really
sure
great
he's
too.
yeah, I'm pretty sure he's the best player on any team in the Blue Conference. So watch out for Grimscale Gang.
Yeah, he's a very strong player.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so
All right.
there
You
you have
guys
it.
want to move on to predictions for week 2?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
So first up, we were just talking about Bash Brothers. Bash Brothers versus Patch's Payback.
All right. Memnarch, you want to go first?
Oh man, this is. I think Bash Brothers takes this. Like they kind of just smashed the other team, if I remember correctly.
Or
Oh,
bashed the other team?
oh yeah, bashed the other team. All right, but anyway, like
So
their
many
team,
puns.
they're looking strong. They're the first seed in the group, so you have to give it to them. Just by how much they need to win, it's only a matter of like how much. I think it's going to be 3-2. Like like it's Hearthstone, so it's like really hard to say like, oh, this guy's just gonna cream him. It's like he might as well be taken this week as a bye. Like there's none of that. Like in StarCraft, like oh man, if we can get that level of trash talk, I would be so happy. Like everyone's just too nice.
Yeah, can we get like what I've seen at like StarCraft and Gears and even Overwatch? Like, just
Yeah,
start
let's
yelling
do
at
it.
each other across the room.
Oh god.
We're getting there.
Yeah, everyone in Hearthstone's too nice. It's a massive issue. We need to fix this.
Yeah,
Like,
we'll
we need more
just.
toxicity in our lives.
Hmm. Oh,
Hmm.
I know how to fix that.
Yeah.
We make an EU conference.
Oh, yeah, that would fix that problem real
Yeah.
fast.
You want toxic? Go to E EU.
Anyway, let's get back to the issue at hand. I think for Brushy Tuna, it's going to win. It's just that we don't really know what is there. Is it Tiro just got a bye
Zeroshio.
win? Zeroshio, whatever. Zero. Zeroshio. Yeah, Zeroshio. Thanks for correcting that for me. Yeah, he got a bye, so we don't really know how strong he is, but I think he was still going to take it despite the DQ. It just would have been like a 3-2 instead of a 3-0.
Gotcha.
Anubinator, I think he's going to take it. Like, he won his last game, Tony didn't, so I'm going to side with the guy who won. Jailstorm versus Surlos. I think Jailstorm's going to take it again. And Mr. Python for lefty. Mr. Python's out for blood. Like, he's got his snake senses tingling. He wants lefty. He wants to eat lefty alive. Like, so he has to go for. So I think he's going to take it.
All right. Duwin, you want to go?
I feel bad because I don't know a lot of the players here. I know Reverb, so I think Reverb will take it. But like, it's still tough for me because I don't know a lot of the players on the teams.
It's okay. You can just pick and you make you.
So Zeroshio, he played that perfect game last time, so obviously he's going to take the win there. I think Tony Montana, with that loss, coming off that loss, is going to want to pick up that pick up that win. So we'll go with Tony Montana. Jailstorm brought something I was interested a cool lineup last time. He had brought the Jade Druid and the Odd Paladin, so I'm gonna go with Jailstorm up there, and then the last one I'm not 100% sure. It's a coin flip one.
Flip a coin, get back to us.
We'll go with Mr. Python.
All right. NHL?
Yeah, so just quick, I'm gonna give it to Brushy because I was just super toxic to him in chat. So I'll be nice and make it up to. Actually, no. We're gonna go Reverb just to keep the toxicity out because we need more toxicity. Then
That's the spirit.
I want to give it to Zeroshio. No, I want the toxicity. Give it to me. I love it. Yes, Brushy. I expect you to lose, just because I want to be toxic towards you. So Dirty Mike versus Zeroshio. I want to give it to Zeroshio here. Illuminator versus Tony Montana. I think Illuminator is sleeper from what I hear on in the chat. So give it to her. Surlos, I think, will come back. He's better than 0-1. So he'll be able to beat Jailstorm. And everyone's sleeping on Lefty. Give some credit to Lefty.
For real.
He'll take on Mr. Python. So yeah, 3-2 Bash Brothers. Just so Brushy has some motivation.
Are you saying he wasn't motivated before?
Well, just check the chat out. I think that's.
I guess he wasn't.
All right. So I actually picked Brushy and Dirty Mike to win last week because, like I said, I've played with them before and I had faith. I think I'm going to pick Brushy to win again this week. Zeroshio and Dirty Mike, that's a tough one. I'll come back to that. I think I'm going to pick a Nubinator. I'm going to pick Jailstorm. I'm going to pick Lefty. And I'm going to go with Dirty Mike. So I'm gonna pick 3-1, or I'm sorry, 3-2. Patches Payback. So I'm going Patches Payback here. I really think Patches Payback has a decent team this season. So I mean, Bash Brothers is good, but I have faith in Patches Payback. So yeah. All right, you guys want to move on to the next matchup?
Yeah, so next up we have Seas of Cheese versus Wild THL Fanatics.
All right. memnarch, you want to go first?
All right, so Slad beat me because I can't understand animation times with my boot, and I can't beat them with my Boomer APM, so he gets the win this time. So I'm gonna vote for him to win. Let's see here. Scritch did beat Pasca, so but he's up against Brian O'Brien. This is gonna be. Oh man, I think Brian O'Brien's gonna take it, just based on him being really high standard legend. And he also played Wild for a bit, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I played him in Wild before. I forgot his rank, but he wasn't that low. So he's definitely a good player. Sage versus Mike Lowe. All right, Michael's gonna take this easy. Like this is basically a bye for him. Like he might as well just sleep through the match and he'd still win. So easy.
Oof. Wow.
Nah, it's probably gonna be close, but I digress. All right, so TH Lemur versus Electric Sheep City. He did go 2-3 against the GM, so I'm gonna have to give it to the Lemur. Despite I don't know what the TNH stand for.
Yeah.
Because if it was
I don't either,
THL
right?
Lemur, there'd be 2 L's, right?
It's Team Hearth Lemur.
You're right.
Maybe it's a play on THL Lemur.
Man,
But
at this
there'd be
rate,
2
I'm
L's
gonna-
then. Like this is confusing me. But this, I guess it's THL Humor. I don't know. Anyway, he's gonna win. That's all I know. Easy.
All
So
right.
the last one is Darkside versus Dr. Bomb. I think Bomb's gonna take it. He gets to play his patented Bomb Warrior, which he named himself after. Right. So yeah, I forgot what I said. Those are my predictions.
I didn't keep count.
I think that's 3-2 Seas of Cheese.
Yeah.
Oh no! Sorry,
Oh,
that's 3-2.
No.
Fanatics.
3-2 the other way.
Yeah. My mistake.
All right. NHL, you want to go next?
Yeah. So I think Draco Cat takes it. I know Draco Cat. He's pretty skilled both in standard and wild. Brian O'Brien. Heads up, Scritch. Brian O'Brien is probably bringing Mage. That's his thing. So watch out for that. I'm gonna give it to Brian O'Brien though. I think he can take it in his first week. Mike Lowe can't go against him. I'm gonna give it to Lemur over ESC, and then Dr. Bomb will take it over Darkseed. So 4-1 THL Fanatics.
All right. Duwin, you want to go?
Yeah. So first game, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to. I'm gonna give it the. Is it Slide? I'm gonna go ahead and give that one.
We couldn't figure this out. Oh no, he said Slad like a hard A. So yeah.
And then next game, I think I'm gonna give it to Brian O'Brien. Who did this is this Skiddich? Who did he play last time? I wonder, but I think I know who Brian
played Pasca.
I see. Oh, okay. What? I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Brian O'Brien anyway, though. And then on the next one, Mike Lowe. Mike Lowe plays so well in these. Michael 3-0'd me last season in our matches. I thought I had a good lineup. He absolutely crushed me, so I'm gonna go ahead and say Michael's gonna take it there. I'm gonna give it to THL Lemur as well. You said that he went 2-3 into the GM, right? So that
Yeah.
That's pretty strong. And I'm trying to think where my answers are 1, 2, 3. So I'll take Doctor. I'll take the Doctor on the last one. So I'll take Wild THL to win the series.
All right. I think I'm gonna go Draco Cat over Slad. I think I'm gonna pick Scritch over Brian O'Brien. But then I'm gonna definitely pick Mike Lowe, Electric Sheep City, and Dr. Bomb D. So even though I earlier said that I think Wild THL Fanatics doesn't make the top 4 or top 3, top 4, I'm still picking them to win 4-1. Sometimes I contradict myself. It's too early in the season. So, yeah, I'm picking them to win 4-1. All right. Let's move on to the next matchup.
All right, we have Power Creeps versus Diamond Club. Ugh.
Oof. Memnarch, you can definitely go first.
5-0 everyone.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
not-
We can just get it out of the way. Just get it out of the way. We knew what you were gonna say. NHL.
4-1 Power Creeps. I think Memnarch loses to Cholden.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah,
all
gotta
right.
be bold.
Ooh.
Gotta be toxic too.
Oh,
I
man.
like it.
Prove me wrong, you scrub.
Oof. All right. Duwin.
Yeah. So I mean, Jonah wins. I mean, yeah, it's 5. I would say all the guys left win.
Yeah. I gotta go 5-0. I mean, this is bad. This is number 1 against number 15, so
Yeah.
this one's rough. All right. Let's move on to the next one.
All right, we have Colt Wild versus the Grimscale Gang. 2 lineups already submitted.
Okay.
Also, this
They
is
got some confidence.
this is also where White Delight should be. He should be playing where Shaggy is marked. So
Okay.
have White Delight in that spot.
All right. So this is the Grimscale Gang's first match, right?
Yep.
It's time to see how good they are. If they really deserve to be high up on the tier list as they are.
Yeah.
So,
Memnarch, you just want to go first? Keep your thought going.
all right. So Swash McGurgle is definitely channeling the essence of the Grimsdale Gang. So he's definitely going to take this with his Murloc army.
Yeah. If I
All right,
remember,
absolute.
oh, I was gonna say if I remember, I don't think Swash plays a ton of control, or he avoids like Quest Mage. So keep that in mind.
Okay.
I mean, he plays Murlocs. Murlocs don't belong in Quest Mage. I mean, so everyone who plays them should be teching in the Hungry Crab. Just word of advice. Just 2 copies. Just whatever.
Sounds about
All right,
right.
anyway. Absolute's probably going to take... Absolute really strong player. I think he's fairly high up on ladder, and I'm not sure of the location of Matty Ebbs. So I'm going to have to give the edge to Absolute.
Yeah, Absolute is top 50 right now.
That's decent. All right. It's above average, I should say.
Pretty good. It's like
It's pretty good.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, just a
So
little.
Catharsis versus Yo Daddy. I do not like how this person hollers at my father, so I would go to with Catharsis.
You make me laugh even though it's corny.
Those are the best kinds. All right.
Yeah, I know.
Duo Cat versus Risa. Duo Cat's out for blood after the loss you suffered last week. Definitely will figure out how not to queue the ban deck. So since he learned from that, he's definitely gonna have a much better time. Anyway, like losing because of that, like losing a loss because of that is so rough. Like it's so hard to come back from. Like especially if they queue up their like really bad matchup first, just to try to like get that deck to playing that deck the most, just to try to get a win because their lineup's unfavored into yours. And man, I have not done that myself, but I know people who have done it, and it's rough. It's really rough. Like that can basically go from an easy 3-2 to like a 0-3, like on a dime. So I would not use last week's games to represent how good he actually like as an indicator of like Brushy just crushes Duocat every time. Like
Yeah,
so
that makes sense.
yeah. So anyway, Quaz versus White Delight. I'm going to give this one to White Delight. He does write for Tempo Storm, which is like I've read to someone on the internet said they were bad. So despite that, I'm still giving it to him. But yeah, like he's actually very solid. Like he memes around a lot, and he gets really high rank regardless of the memes, which is still some. I mean, not everyone can do that.
Like, he's very experimental. I like him a lot. Like I experiment all the time too. I'm constantly playing like non-meta decks. So yeah.
He loves his shaman. He throws like there could be 29 neutrals and one Shutterwalk, and he'd still do well with it.
Yeah, I think that covers it. So, who's next?
NHL, you can go.
All right. Go pretty quickly then. J Rose versus Swash. I think J Rose is the better player here, personally. J Rose is also pretty up in Legend, if I recall correctly. So I'm gonna give it to J Rose. Absolute. Gotta go with him too. Catharsis versus Yo Daddy. I think you guys are being a little bit too harsh in toxicity towards Yo Daddy, so I gotta balance the toxicity out and give it to him. I'm gonna go with Risa here over Duocat. I don't know. I know Duocat was pretty tilted after the first loss because of queuing the ban deck, but there was just some stuff I saw that I wasn't too comfortable with personally. So Risa it is, and then I'm just gonna go White Delight. I think he's the best player in this conference. So
Yeah. All right. I'll go next. I'm gonna go J Rose over Swashbuckler. I'm gonna go Absolute over MartyB's. I think I'm gonna go Yo Daddy over Catharsis. I'm gonna go Duocat over Risa. I didn't think Duocat played terribly on Sunday. And I'm gonna go White the Light. I think Quaz is gonna have a tough time. So yeah. Duwin, you wanna go?
Yeah, I'll go. So I'll go with J Rose over Swash. Absolute is a player that I talk to on occasion and builds a lot of cool decks, and I think is a really good player. So I'm gonna go to Absolute over Matty. The next game, let's see. I'm gonna swing over to Yo Daddy on this one, and we'll go with Rizza and then Quaz. So it'll end up being 3-2 the Call to Wild.
All right.
all right.
I think I picked the same thing.
All right. So next up we have Straight Impin Metamorphosis Pimpin, also known as Simp, versus the Caverns Below.
All right. NHL, you want to go?
Yeah. So Skittles versus Twos, both excellent players. Saw Twos go for a 3-0 sweep on Sunday in Hero. I think Skittles is going to take it, though, so I'm going to give it to Skittles. Nafola versus Cherub. Have faith in Cherub. Give it to him. Snakefalls versus Number Theory. I'm going to go with Number. Rainy Days versus G-Kick. Rainy Days is going to be subbed, so I'm going to give it to G-Kick preemptively because I don't know who's going to be subbing for Rainy Days just yet. And then between Zancat and Nine Eyebrows, let's go Nine Eyebrows because I heard he did pretty well in a wild tournament a while back. Agent PWE is the sub. So between G-Kick and PWE. PWE, how's your wild collection? Actually, no, we're trying to be as toxic as possible. So I'm gonna say you suck on the show,
That's the spirit.
and go with G-Kick anyway.
Wow. Yeah.
PWD should be upset from that, and he's not. I mean,
I don't know if we're bringing in viewers or.
We're going for maximum toxicity. It's the Zeddy route.
Okay.
no,
All right, I'll go. I'm gonna pick Skittles over Twos. Twos is a great player, but Skittles, it's hard to not. You can't pick against Skittles until proven otherwise. Now, I'm gonna go Cherub over Nafola. I'm gonna pick Snake Vods over Number Theory. I'm gonna pick Agent PWE over G-Kick. And I'm going to pick Nine Eyebrows over Zancat. So I picked 3-2 Simp. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Duwin, you want to go?
All right, so we'll go with Skittles. We'll take the win there. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna say it wrong. Sheriff or Sharp? Big game two. This will be a 3-0 right there. We'll go with Snake over in that one and Rainy Days versus Key Kick.
It's PWE versus G-Kick. So Agent is in chat right now.
I see. Who's in chat right now?
Agent PWE. So they're going to be playing for Rainy Days.
I got you. Yeah, I'll take him then. We'll go with that. And then was this the Slate one that we were talking about? Or that was last match. Slate's Nine Eyebrows or no?
No. Nine Eyebrows is different. So Nine Eyebrows won the Wild Open.
Gotcha. So we'll go there.
Wait, what?
Or they got top 8, I think.
Oh wow.
I was in
Wild
Psalms Wild Open. Yeah.
They were top 8, yeah.
So
I
we're
was
gonna
top 8 Wild Open, so that says a lot.
I got 30. I got top 32, so I'm pretending that one doesn't exist. So I can just say I got top 16, the last one. Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll go Nine Eyebrows over. Yeah. Cat.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Wild Tournament for Hearthstone. You're talking about the Wild Open. Oh, never mind. I'm an idiot.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
Skittles
memnarch.
versus Twos. I mean, the Caverns Blow got nerfed effectively 4 times, so they're at a severe disadvantage. They might need to rethink. I mean, it's probably just going to get nerfed again for kicks and giggles from Blizzard. Like, let's be real here. They just like nerfing that card at this point. They're just trying to find any excuse to do it. So, with that being said, I think Skittles is going to have a really rough time against Twos, but eventually going to take it. Nafola did really well, or did fairly top 32, I know, in the Psalms Wild Open. I don't really know Charip, so I have to give it to Nafola. Snake Foz versus Number Theory. I think Number Theory is going to take this based on, like, Snake Foz is a very strong player, but Number Theory tends to prepare very well, and that preparation is probably going to carry the victory. Let's see here. Rainy Days versus PWE versus G-Kick. Well, PWE is going to have a real tough time against G-Kick. I think G-Kick's going to take this based on what I've heard. But it's not going to be close. I mean, it is going to be close. It's not going to be easy for G-Kick. I should say that. And then Zancat versus Nine Eyebrows. I think Nine Eyebrows takes this. based
Okay.
on the based on the tournament from last month.
Yeah.
All
Last,
right.
So, okay.
Awesome.
Next up, another team versus Battleship 2.
All right. I'll let you guys, NHL and memnarch, you guys can go first because then me and Duwin, I think, are going to be.
I mean, Duwin's just gonna say 5-0. Well, let's be
Yeah,
real
you know what?
here. The other team
Let
doesn't
me and
stand a
Duwin go
chance.
first. Screw
I
it. Duwin, you
mean,
want to go first? Duwin?
you want me to go?
Yeah, just you go
Yeah,
first.
So, all right. So, me versus Ridiculous Hat. Now I'm gonna go with myself. Actually, no. I think it's a really fun match. I've played Hat against Hat a few times, and they've always been really cool games, really long games. So I think we're gonna have a really. It'll be a battle, so it won't be like I'll be like if I do win this, it'll be 3-2 probably. But I think I'm actually really looking forward to that game right there. So we got Mike V versus Corbett. Corbett, arguably one of the best law players. So I gotta go with Corbett over Mikey.
Yeah,
But
that makes sense.
I'd like to see Mike come out win this one. It'd be great. But I'm gonna go with Corbett just because of his history. And then Man at Arms over Bill Snyder. So I don't know Bill Snyder too well, I don't think, but I do remember him crushing it the first season. Um, so I have to go with Bill over Matt at Arms. Sorry. And then we have Slate over H Battleship. I think Slate's an incredible player. I think Slate, losing last time, wants to pick up that win this time, and he's hungry for that win. I think Slate will take the win. MTG Scrover's base. Base is an amazing player too. I mean, this whole team is good. The other team, the Battleship's got a bunch of great players, but base. If we can just get MTG Scroll to bring some good decks and try hard, I think it'll be a really interesting match. I'm gonna have to give MTG Scroll because I have to make sure we won this one. So I'll go ahead and give it to MTG Scroll. So we'll take a 3-2.
All right. I like that you actually picked realistically because, like, me, memnarch, like, we've been just doing 5-0 our teams, like, because we don't want to jinx it. So, like, during the season, like, towards the end of the season last season, I was picking, like, realistic picks, but, like, like last week I just said 5-0, you know
Yeah,
what I mean? Because I didn't want to jinx our team. Um, I I gotta say, like, if I cared about my score, like, because we're realistically gonna keep track of our scores for picks, I would have to pick Corbett over me, but I can't. I just can't pick over myself. That's like some Pete Rose stuff. Like, I can't bet against myself.
you
I
can.
can't throw a game. I gotta pick myself.
You'll take a 3-2.
So I'm gonna I'm gonna say I think you could take it doing, and I think I think Mad at Arms has a really tough matchup. I think I think Duwin and Ridiculous Hat. I think you guys have the match of the week. Um, I think Man at Arms and Bill Snyder's an amazing match too. I think it's still going to be a really tough because Bill Snyder, even though he lost last week, is an amazing player. I think Slate can take it over A2, but A2 again. I mean, this whole team is stacked.
Yeah, yeah,
But I think we're good. I think we're
yeah,
really
yeah,
good.
yeah.
So I really can't even call this. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so hard for me to not, like, I want to just say 5-0 for good luck, but, like, I don't even know.
I mean, you can just say 5-0 anyway. Nothing
Yeah, it's
stop.
5-0 for good luck. Memnarch, you go.
All right. I mean, All right. So Battleship has been injured. It's a long way to the bottom, and currently they're in a nosedive. But they're not gonna. I don't think it's gonna remain the same. Like they're gonna take the last week as a wake up call and say like we need to bring our A game. Like all our opponents are formidable until after their matches are done. Like none of this like free week stuff. But that being said, your team is quite strong. I think Duwin's gonna win because he's here. He knows where he. we're in similar discords. He can find me, so he definitely has the advantage there. But anyway, he is very strong. So is Ridiculous Hat, but yeah, Duwin's probably gonna take this. If I had to guess, and I do. So Duwin.
I like it.
It's me, Mike V. Corb, it looks scary, but he's Australian, so he's gonna play at like, I don't know, 3 a.m., 4 a.m. So you definitely have the advantage through scheduling, you can leverage that. You might be able to win.
All right.
All right, so make sure you find out exactly what like 3 a.m. is in Australia, and say, yeah, this is the only time I can make it. Like, win every time, easy.
I like it. It's a good plan.
But and realistically, though, I think Cord does have an advantage over you based on his like high legend finishes. All right, but Mad Arms versus Bill. Bill does not take losses kindly. He wants revenge. I can sense it from him. Like he went from like Jolly Giant to like Bloodthirsty Carnivore like overnight because of it. Like Mad Arms needs to we'll take this into account when preparing. But I think Bill's gonna take this Rufito. And Slight versus A2. Again, Slight's Australian. A2 needs to schedule a match at 3 a.m. Win every time. But A2 though is a very strong, but he can't. Slight's also quite good. I play Slight a lot on ladder. Like I've just been thinking of like how long he's been consistently high legend in Wild, and it's been a long time.
Yeah, he's always top 50.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Slate definitely has like the experience, but over just playing Wild a lot. But again, like I said this before, like give a standard player like 2 weeks to figure out the Wild decks, Wild meta, and how to play the decks, and they're basically on par. They're basically good to go. I mean, same can be said for Wild going to standard. Like it's just the initial shock that's hard to overcome. When you get after that, you're basically like the skill level will transfer over. Mad Arms saying he's gonna die. I mean, with that attitude, come on now.
Oh no.
Oh.
And MTG Squirrel versus Based. I don't know. Squirrel went like 2-5 last season. Or like
Yeah, but he memed a lot. Like
yeah, it's hard to gauge. If he takes this seriously, it Base is in for it. But if he doesn't, like if he starts like if he brings the 4X Finley Grizzle Wizard decks, like he might be in trouble here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's hard to. I think that Base just takes this, right? Like
it's tough. Yeah.
It's tough. Yeah. So I think that leaves it. Howlship taking it over an oil team with Duwin being the only one that wins. But Mike V's gonna like try to schedule a victory. Like take my advice, man. Say like 3 a.m. What's 3 a.m. Australian time? Just open with that.
I don't even know.
You don't even
I think
just
it's
ask for
like
Set it at like 5 p.m. your time, Mike.
He might get suspicious.
Nah.
He's 14 hours ahead of you, Mike. So just
yeah,
just go with that.
So it's 1 o'clock, 1 p.m.
I'm telling you, this is how you win against the Australians.
Okay. All right.
I'm just.
Yeah, this is the strat.
This is the strat.
NHL.
Yeah, so I'm just going to do this quick. Duwin, I think you take it over our hat. Mike, I can't go against Corbett here. Corb is too good.
Yeah,
Corbett
yeah.
OP. Mad at Arms, I think you're right. Bill Snyder is going to take it. I can't see him losing 2 in a row. Couldn't see him losing 1, but 2 is even more unrealistic to me. I want to give it to Slate over A2, and then Base will take it over MTG Squirrel.
3-2.
Yep. 3-2
Alright.
Hattleship. So.
It's going to be interesting, I think.
Yeah,
no matter
and
what.
That is all of them.
Alright.
So we do have one more thing to cover.
Deck of the week.
Yes, deck of the week. And we have... Oh, my bad. I'm going to fix this real quick for everyone. There we go. So we have Duwin's Taunt Druid that we're featuring. Duwin, you want to tell us a bit about this deck?
Yeah, so it's a deck that I actually put against a similar deck on ladder, and was like super jealous of it. I was like, oh my gosh, like when I saw Teacher's Pet released anyway, I was like, I want to play this card with N'Zoth. I love beasts, so like I just want to put in the N'Zoth deck, and we have, I like Hadronox. Hadronox was a day one gold craft for me when Hadronox came out because I love Death Rattle. So when I played against a similar deck, I was like, "Oh, this actually seems kind of cool. How would I build it?" And this is what I came up with, and I'm doing pretty good. A couple people told me they got Legend with it. I at one point had like an insane, like 31-7 or something. I won like 9 games in a row with it on stream at Legend, like because it just eats Arena Priest up, and it beats like Kingsbane. It beats just because it can taunt like crazy, and it's got like heal taunts and things. And yeah, it's been really fun. A lot of Ad Warriors lately, so with all the Ad Warriors and things I'm seeing, I dropped 1 Nature Study for Jade Idol just to give me really allow me to go into fatigue against them.
Plan B.
I like the sticky boards that it provides, and then because you have Teacher's Pet pulls a minion and then Defender the 3/1. So even if you create a board after you shoot your Hedronox, and they try to clear it, you'll be left with things left over. Then like do like a double branching paths for lethal. And then N'Zoth can often pull the Hedronox as well, and then it just creates all these sticky board situations that like you're always threatening like a branching path to lethal with the board, or you can use Nature Study to pull like as well, like like the Twin Spell one or whatever. So yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun. And I brought it in the tournament too, and beat a Bomb Warrior with it because it would beat Bomb Warrior with all the armor and all the lightning that they can do. So
yeah,
Druid in general just tends to destroy Bomb Warrior.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
it's so bad.
We get to play a lot of like new cards in this, which is cool. Like Guardian Wheels, Teacher's Pet, Nature Studies, and yeah. Oh yeah, and Twilight Runner. There's actually a fair amount of new cards in this deck too.
nice. So, yeah, thanks for hosting this deck, Duwin, just running us through it. It's a really interesting build. So, and I'm really happy to see that you're having success with it. It's always good to see decks that are different have success both on ladder and in these tournament formats. So,
Yeah, right now
it's
I'm
weird.
5-26 with it.
It's nice seeing a different take on the Taunt Druid because I remember it was only built with cubes and what was that? 3 mana.
Witching Hour.
3 mana, right? Witching Hour, yeah. I didn't like that card because it reminded me of Big Priest. Like,
Witching Hour got hurt a lot with like Zeph and things because now more decks can do have that
Poly.
effect.
Yeah.
So Witching Hour fell out of favor. So the way they're building them now would be like so a lot of people are trying like the Undertaker builds, where you can kind of go infinite with Hedronox. I've seen a few of those, or people will build like the odd Hedronox taunt. I think the big dragon ones you can still make big dragon ones successful. I played one the other day on stream that works, but this one right here, like now my stats are 55 and 26, so that's a fair amount of games. It was 81 games, 68% win rate. So like, not terrible. And these are all these games are at Legend. 'Cause I didn't build this deck until I hit Legend. So
Yeah. So
Awesome.
yeah. Thanks again, Duwin, for coming here.
Yeah. No, thank you very much, Duwin.
I appreciate you guys
I
having me.
think that's what we got for tonight.
Yeah.
So thank you NHL for for OPing. Thank you memnarch as always. Thank you Duwin for being our guest. Thank you to all our viewers and all commenters. We appreciate you guys being here. And that's it for this week. Tune in next week, 9 p.m. Eastern on Monday. And yeah, everybody have a fantastic evening.
One last thing. Remember to vote for Player of the Week.
Yeah, please vote.
So, take care, guys.
All right, see you guys.